Hi, how is everyone today? Today I'm going to talk about one very important subject. It's going to be about the Samvartaka fires. Please stay tuned, watch it to the very end. But a quick note, I'm going to add this into the beginning of my videos. I've been having a lot of problems with my hand. I might end up in surgery. I've decided I will not be doing any more Skype meetings. I'm ending it. My emails, I'm going to reserve that for people who want to do videos with me. That's about it. I've just gotten to where I don't want to be in cyber world, and I'm becoming more and more reluctant about doing Skypes. I'm done with it. And then emails even. I'm just to my end. So that's how it is. I had offered that for 3 years basically, and now I'm just, okay, it is what it is. So, okay, I will still be doing my YouTube and of course my Odyssey, because it transfers over to Odyssey. They've been taking down more of my videos, YouTube has. And if you want to find any of my missing videos, please go to Odyssey. It's under the same tree of knowledge, Sonia Testerman. So, enough of that. Let's move on to what I really want to talk about. The other day, I was recommended to watch a Stephen Greer. Well, this was a couple of days ago. He had done an all disclosure thing. It was 3 hours long. He had all kinds of witnesses. And I was watching it and I'm like, yeah, I know. I had a dream a long time ago, maybe about 20 years ago now, where I woke up and I was still seeing off the coast of Florida, on the ocean side, UFOs were coming out of the water, and underneath of them in big black letters said USA. Well, there you go. I will be posting that Stephen Greer video into the description. I'm going to put it on the point where I want you to see it, but please, if you have the time, make the time. Watch the entire thing in its entirety. There's a lot of information on there, and we need to get this out so we can get this reality up and out of this darkness that we have fallen into. So let me start on the point where everything started slamming into me about the Samvartaka fires. There is one point in the video that I will be putting his video on where you will start watching it from that little point, and it's only a couple of minutes out of the entire 3-hour video. So, what is in Antarctica? And when I saw that, I was downloaded with all kinds of information. I'm going, oh my gosh. So I got a hold of Arthur and started talking to him, and even more stuff started coming in. So here we go on that. There was a time when there were huge beings in here that had stood at least 60 plus feet in stature. They had come in here. We call them the fallen ones. And then from there, they became more solidified, blah, blah, blah. Please go watch my other videos. They're the ones who built this. This is a technology. Let's call it a machine. It's earthen, and I would call it AI technology. It's both. It was here before the pyramids. Let's put this into a time frame. It's covering hundreds of fields of a baseball field or a soccer field or a football field, to give you a reference how big this is. It's huge. It's under the ground. It's a part of the ground. It's earthen technology and AI technology. Now, I've been talking about these Samvartaka fires and that they're starting. And I always say it's a twofold, creating a threefold system. It's energy under the ground coming up, electricity, lightning. And then, of course, the one on the top from the Phoenix, which is creating the lightning in here all the time anyway, meeting, creating a third frequency, which could solidify, and basically it'd be a reset. Now, here's what I didn't know. I had never really looked into Antarctica. I've just kind of skimmed, saw there was a whole civilization there. I did see there was a city there at one time. It was huge. But I never looked under the ground. And when I looked under the ground, I was like, oh my God. This machine, earthen technology, think of it as a cedar. It is working on frequency vibration. Now, they have built something on top of it, man-made, to tap into the machine itself under the ground, and it goes down far. The deepness of it is stories underground, because remember, the people that built this were enormous, and for them it wasn't that deep. For us, it would be multiple stories deep and covering huge amounts of acreage. It's based on frequency. It's the frequency that runs under the ground. It's where I'm seeing the lightning, the energy being formed from this device in Antarctica. It's creating the Samvartaka fires, but only half. It's creating the one under the ground. It has been infiltrated by the darkest of the dark, the skinwalkers, the reptilian skinwalkers, because it's like a combination, who look like humans because they can put the facade on. They are skinwalkers. And they had taken this over a long time ago. They have been creating the Samvartaka fires with this technology under the ground. This is huge. So Archaics is correct. We're not supposed to be having that reset for however set many years. They're the ones creating it. They're the ones creating the energy. They aim it anywhere in here. It's a frequency tool. Now let's talk about this frequency tool. It's very little known, but everything in here is made out of the same substance. Whether it's a house, a tree, a blade of grass, you and me, a kangaroo, a frog, a turtle, it doesn't matter. We're all made out of the same substance. What's holding us in our form is a combination of frequencies, and they're set. There are a few things in this reality that are mutable. They're not as set as other things. Turtles, frogs, lizards. And how I can prove this is, if you take a turtle, and depending on the temperature of the area the turtle lays the eggs, it can either be male or female, mostly turtles, because the frequency of that temperature will determine the sex of that turtle. And it's the same thing for reptiles and frogs. Now, frogs are even more mutable. Why do they always depict frogs as doing something in DNA replication, what have you, like in those Jurassic Park movies? Well, because they're even more mutable. You can do things with frequency with the frog and actually change it into a lizard. A whole different thing. You think it's a whole different thing anyway. Well, why am I talking about this? Because this is a sim reality. Everything in here is a mechanism of some sort or another. When I talk about this sim reality, and I talk about what Archaics describes as the phoenix, which is on top, and now I've discovered this Antarctica thing, which is on bottom, and boom, they meet. It's a mechanism. Yes, we do have the natural thing that goes on here, and then we have the Fibonacci matrix AI that's overlapping that. This is all important. When these shells were created, they were created into perfection by the creators. Of course, they're wanting to change that now. Why would you want to activate a machine to create and assimilate areas with your Samvartaka device? Because it's a device. You want to first put everything off kilter, eradicate areas, and change topography. In Philly, just this last week, they aimed that device, because they can do it anywhere, and took down a bridge. This device is so beyond technology that we even understand. Even the ones that are running it don't understand what this actually is. It was designed at one time to create the ecosystem in this part of reality. Do you understand? To create the entire to make dirt, to make microbes, to make plants, to make animal life, sea life, to make us, to make everything. This thing works on frequency, and it created everything here in this reality. That's what kind of a device it is. You can call it a God device if you want, but it's a technological frequency device to create life in itself, to take the frequencies and create diversities, to create life. I don't know what you would call that. I would almost call it some kind of sun seeder, but it's an electrical seeder, and it creates everything. This is why they have the Antarctica treaties with everyone involved, and you're not allowed to go there. Because if anyone found out that this device could make or take down an entire reality through frequency, what would happen? And who's running that? And it's not the good guys. No, it's not. This is why people are coming out now, because they know that everything's at stake. Why the Samvartaka fires partially are being ramped up. When people are saying that it's being directed, I did not realize. I knew that some of it was directed from on top to hide what's going on under the ground. I had no idea that what was going on under the ground was also earth and technology machinery to create the Samvartaka fires. I didn't have a clue. I'm letting you know now. If I find out something new to add on to the information that I have, I'm going to let you know, because sometimes I only see things in partialities, which means that I knew that they were the part of the Samvartaka fires, but I had no idea that they were being created by the machine in Antarctica. And it's all a farce. It's being done by beings of dark caliber, period, for their own agendas, because we are waking up. And they want to devastate us. So I'm looking at this, and I realize that just like so many things, this has been here. And it was done by the fallen ones. It was done by the crystalline city beings who had fallen. And at that one time, it was done to benefit a reality, to create life. It has been inverted and twisted into what it is now. And I'm screaming to the whole world, please know that this machine is what's causing what's happening in our world now. It's scalar on top of it. Of course it would be scalar. You're talking about a machine that creates life from nothing, creating life out of the same material, and the diversity that it can create. This thing is beyond. They don't even know what they've got. They only know a fraction of what it is capable of doing. And I mean a small fraction of what it's capable of doing. So I wanted to put this video out. I wanted to let you know that please watch Stephen Greer. Archaics is right about the timeline. I was really doubting him for so long because I kept seeing this happening now, and now I see what's causing it. Of course, you know that the machine, the entire Phoenix device with the bottom working with the top, was put in because of the corruption. And now I see that they have infiltrated the bottom half of the machine, which is the Antarctica machine, the earthen technology machine. And I want someone who would hear this know what this is really about, and let you know that if they have the capability of fully tapping into it, they could eradicate everything here in a moment. And it's through a scalar frequency, and it could go back to being null, which means everything would dissolve in the blink of an eye. Or you could manipulate it and dissolve sections of it in a blink of an eye. Please, 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 somebody see this and start looking into this. It is so relevant. It's the most relevant thing in our reality right now. Yes, I do know that this is very relevant too, because it's a takedown of humanity. I will also let you know this machine could run a frequency, and it could eradicate AI on every single level, which means take this out of your body that's been put in artificially. We could all be reset by this machine. This is huge, huge. Raymond Royal Rife was led into this direction, and because he was led into this direction of frequency is everything. He was so miserably taken down. He made the Rife machine, but of course it's still there. They have it. They have based a lot of their technologies off his machine, but to use it into the negative. Do you hear me? To use it into the negative. We need to take back our world. We need to. Humans need to be allowed to be humans, and they need to be allowed to evolve back to what they were, because at one time we were not this diminished. So I don't want to go on to my soap opera about that, but I wanted to say something about Antarctica now, about the earthen technology machine, and why it was put there, and why it was created, and who it was created by, and what was the purpose of it. To create abundance of life. And we were the custodians who needed to maintain that, and we've been taken over. And we need to take it back. And we need to evolve back into the wonderful beings that we always were. So I know I'm going off on my tangent, but please adhere. Please watch this entire video that I'm going to post by Stephen Greer. Yes, there it is. So on that note, everybody have a great day. I did not want to make this video long. I just wanted to get the information out. I will be looking into this further to see what's going to happen in this snow globe of ours. Okay, everybody have a great day, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.